Hello everybody, our lesson for today is about what? About one of the desert plant is the cactus. Here we have this passage is about the cactus main parts and how they help the cactus to be adapted to desert. So before reading this passage, please listen to this video with me.
This vacation, Sid and Alicia have come to visit a desert with their parents.
The desert is such a hot and dry place. It seems there is no water here. Yes, but see, there still are plants around here.
Kids, the deserts receive very little rainfall, because of which they have very little water, and that too very deep underground. In spite of such scarcity of water, deserts do have plants. Are you wondering how these plants survive in deserts?
So these two kids are talking about how the plants can adapt in desert. What are the main things, the main characteristics help the plants that live in the desert adapt with that? They said, or the boy said at the beginning, that the desert is dry and hot. So this means that there is nothing lives there. So let's see how some plants that can adapt with that.
Cactus, palm, and acacia are the most common plants found in deserts. These desert plants have special adaptations, which help them to survive in such dry conditions of a desert.
So these are the types of the plants that live where? In deserts, and we're going to know how cactus can adapt in desert. Listen.
Let's discuss these adaptations by considering the example of a cactus plant. A cactus plant has a thick green stem. The thick stem stores water in it when water is available.
So the first part is the stem. The stem helps the plant to what? To store water. But let's listen together more and more how it helps the plant to be adapted.
Stored water helps the plant to survive when water is not available.
So its stored water helps the plant to survive when water is not available.
In addition, the stems also have a waxy coating, which prevents the loss of water from them.
So the stem, this is the stem. It what? It is waxy. It is waxy. So the meaning of the word waxy, it's looking like what? Wax. Wax, okay?
You can also notice that a cactus has no leaves. Actually, the leaves in cactus are reduced to spines. This is an adaptation of this plant to prevent the loss of water.
So this is very important. You have to know that the cactus has no leaves, okay? Has no leaves. The cactus, it has just spine. And the spine is what? Sharp point like a needle growing out of a plant. Look here, these are the spine. So its function is what? To prevent the loss of water. to prevent the loss of water.
That occurs through the pores in the leaves called stomata. Since a cactus has no leaves, it carries out photosynthesis with its green stem. So, the food for the cactus plant is made in its green stem, just like stem and leaves.
So these details, they are not important, okay? I just want you to know the main parts of the cactus plant.
The roots of the cactus are also adapted to the desert. The roots are spread out wide and deep into the ground. This helps the plants to absorb more and more water from the ground. With the help of all these adaptations, a cactus survives in deserts.
So roots help the plant to what? To absorb water or drink up water very quickly. So let's see the passage right now. So let's start. The cactus. All living things need water. It's difficult for plants to grow in the desert because the desert is very dry. So the first question we're going to ask ourselves, why does the cactus, why it is difficult for plants to grow in desert? So it's what? It's too easy to answer this question because the desert is very dry and hot, so not all plants can live there. So the cactus can adapt to desert. And the special thing that help the cactus is what? The stem, the thick waxy skin. So one special desert plant is a cactus. Cactus plants have thick, waxy skin and sharp spines. So, these are the main parts of what? The main parts of the plant. Waxy skin and sharp spines. So notice here, my kids, that we describe the skin as it's what? Thick and waxy. So here, thick and waxy, that they are adjectives, okay? So let's write here next to them, adjectives. We use them to what? To describe the skin of plant. Okay? So these are adjectives that are used to describe the skin of the cactus. And sharp spines. These are the what? The sharp spines. Look here. The sharp spines. Spine. Spine is what? Is a noun. Do you remember the speech, the parts of speech? What are them? What are they? Nouns, verbs, adjective, adverbs, and so on. So spine is a noun. Let's underline it. It's a noun, okay? Noun. Sharp is an adjective that used to describe the spine. So it's the same here, like thick and waxy. It's an adjective we use to describe the spine. Okay? So the main parts, as we said, that they are what? Spines, thick waxy skin, and roots here at the, or they comes out where? Underground. Okay? So let's keep reading. Cactus plants can live with very little water. They can live with very little water, and this is the thing that help the plant adapted in desert. That it can live with little water. When rain falls, the roots of the cactus plant drink up the water very quickly. So, what is the function of the roots? What is the function of the roots? The function is what? The roots drink up the water very quickly once it rain. Once it rain, okay? So, after the roots observation of the water, what happened? What happened? The water stored where? The water stored here under the thick skin. Okay, the water is stored inside the cactus under the thick waxy skin. So the cactus uses the water in the dry days ahead. Okay, so the function of the thick waxy skin is what? To store water. To store water and use it in the dry days. Here, the same, the thick waxy skin keeps the cactus from losing the water. Okay? So this is the function of the thick skin that keep the cactus from losing the water inside, and roots drink up the water quickly. So these are the main parts of the cactus plant and their functions to help this plant to be adapted in desert. Okay, so the first question I'm going to ask myself, how is that? How is that? How these parts help the plant to what? To be adapted. To be adapted. Have you noticed how thick the stem of cactus is? So, we all know that this is a stem, but it's not what? It's not a normal stem. It's too thick and waxy that help the what? The plant store water for a long time. Okay? It does not have any leaves too. The water does not evaporate and is easily able to use the water under it. Okay? So these are the functions and the main functions of the main parts of the cactus. Okay, guys? So that's it for the lesson. That's it for today. I want you to know that we have to know the main characteristics that related to each plant that lives in the desert. Okay, guys? So Let's see here. We have a worksheet. I already have I have already written for you the main or the new vocabularies: cactus, sharp, spine, waxy, with their meaning. You have to what? To memorize them, and here we have some comprehension questions. Okay? And the thing that's very important for me that you have to get from the text: singular noun, plural noun, present verb, preposition, and adjective. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching.